Today I'm revealing 4 fascinating Roosevelt dimes dated 1968, 1983, 2000, and 2011 that have attracted attention from coin collectors around the world. While most Roosevelt dimes are worth only their face value, certain rare varieties, mint errors, exceptional conditions, and unique characteristics can make a coin incredibly valuable. Some rare dimes have even sold for astonishing prices at major auctions, reaching thousands, or in extraordinary cases, much more. In this video, we'll take a close look at each of these 4 Roosevelt dimes, examine the features that collectors search for, discuss what could make them special, and explain how to identify valuable details before you spend or sell them. If you're a coin collector, treasure hunter, or simply curious about rare U.S. coins, watch until the very end, because one small detail could make all the difference. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more exciting rare coin discoveries. Coin number 1. Hello, friend. If you love rare coins, valuable pocket change, and amazing coin discoveries, then today's video is for you. In this video, we're taking a close look at from my collection, a 2000 Roosevelt dime with a P mint mark. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary 10-cent coin, but many collectors know that some modern Roosevelt dimes can become highly collectible when they have unusual characteristics, mint errors, exceptional condition, or other unique features. Now let's examine this interesting coin in detail. This is a Roosevelt dime dated 2000. On the obverse, or front side, you can clearly see the portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Just behind the date is the P mint mark, which tells us the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Every detail on the front of the coin helps collectors determine whether the coin has any unusual varieties or valuable characteristics. One thing that makes this coin interesting is the presence of light black dots on the front. These marks may have developed over time because of storage conditions, environmental exposure, or natural toning. While black spots alone do not automatically make a coin valuable, collectors always inspect every unusual feature carefully to determine whether it is simply surface discoloration or something more significant. Turning the coin over to the reverse side, we can see the classic torch design surrounded by an olive branch and an oak branch. The reverse of this coin remains in fine condition, with many important design elements still visible. The details of the torch, leaves, and lettering help determine the overall grade of the coin. According to the description of this coin, it is considered to be in fine condition. Fine condition means that although the coin has circulated, many important details remain visible. The amount of wear on the highest points of the design is moderate, but the coin still presents well overall. Now comes the question that every collector wants answered. Could a 2000p Roosevelt dime really be worth an incredible amount of money? The answer depends on several important factors. Most 2000p Roosevelt dimes are common coins worth only face value or a small premium. However, certain examples become much more desirable if they have major mint errors, dramatic die varieties, exceptional preservation, or receive a very high grade from a professional grading service. Coins with rare characteristics can attract serious attention from collectors and, in some cases, sell for impressive prices at auction. Some online listings may advertise values as high as $70,000, but such prices should not be assumed to apply to ordinary 2000p dimes. Any coin claimed to be worth that much would need to be authenticated, professionally graded, and shown to have an exceptionally rare feature before collectors would consider paying such a premium. If you own a 2000 Roosevelt dime, examine it carefully under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. Look for doubled letters, off-center strikes, missing clad layers, die cracks, clipped planchettes, or other unusual mint errors. Also pay close attention to the overall condition of the coin, because preservation plays a major role in determining value. Many valuable coins have been discovered in pocket change, coin rolls from banks, inherited collections, and old jars that people had forgotten about for years. That is why experienced collectors always inspect every coin carefully before spending it. Whether this particular 2000p Roosevelt dime turns out to be an ordinary coin or an exceptional collectible, studying it is an excellent reminder that every coin has a story. Careful examination, patience, and knowledge are some of the most valuable tools any coin collector can have. What do you think about this 2000p Roosevelt dime? Have you ever found an interesting Roosevelt dime in your pocket change? Share your thoughts and your discoveries in the comments below. I would love to hear your collecting experiences. This is coin number 2, Ampere's 1983 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark, struck at the Denver Mint. At first glance, it may appear to be an ordinary 10-cent coin, but experienced collectors know that even modern Roosevelt dimes can become highly collectible when they have rare mint errors, exceptional quality, or unique characteristics. Let's begin by examining this coin carefully. This Roosevelt dime was minted in 1983 and features the famous portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse. The D mint mark next to the date indicates that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint. The inscriptions, portrait details, and overall appearance are important features that collectors inspect when evaluating any Roosevelt dime. According to this coin's description, it is in very fine condition. This means the coin has circulated but still retains many sharp design details. Roosevelt's hair, facial features, and lettering remain visible, while the reverse torch and branches continue to display attractive detail despite moderate wear. Now let's turn the coin over. The reverse displays the familiar torch, olive branch, and oak branch design that has made the Roosevelt dime one of America's most recognizable coins. Collectors pay close attention to the torch bands, lettering, strike quality, and any unusual features that could indicate a valuable variety or mint error. Many people ask whether a 1983D Roosevelt dime can be valuable. The answer depends on several important factors. Most 1983D dimes found in circulation are common and worth only face value or a small premium. However, certain examples with significant mint errors, double dies, full bands designation, or exceptional certified grades have become much more desirable among collectors. Some online listings may advertise values around $85,000. But such prices are not typical for an ordinary 1983D Roosevelt dime. A coin would need to be authenticated by a professional grading service and possess an extremely rare characteristic before reaching such a value. If you own a 1983D Roosevelt dime, examine it carefully under magnification. Look for doubled lettering, die cracks, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, missing clad layers, or unusually sharp full bands on the reverse. These features can greatly affect collector interest. Many valuable discoveries have been made in pocket change, bankrolls, inherited collections, and old coin jars. That's why collectors never ignore even the most ordinary-looking dime. Every coin tells a story. Sometimes that story is historical, and sometimes it is connected to a rare minting mistake that transforms an everyday coin into a prized collectible. The excitement of searching is what makes coin collecting such an enjoyable hobby. Coin number 3. Hello friends, we are looking at another interesting coin for my collection. This is coin number 3, Ampere's 1968 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark. At first glance, this coin may seem like an ordinary 10-cent piece, but experienced collectors know that every coin deserves a careful inspection. Sometimes a small detail, an unusual mint error, or an uncommon variety can make a coin much more desirable than its face value. Now, let's take a closer look at this fascinating coin. This Roosevelt dime was struck in 1968 at the Denver Mint, which is identified by the small D mint mark located on the front of the coin near the date. The obverse features the portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, one of the most recognized designs in modern American coinage. One feature that immediately stands out on this coin is the black layer visible on both the front and reverse sides. In many cases, this type of dark appearance develops naturally over time because of long-term storage, environmental exposure, oxidation, or circulation. While this black layer does not automatically make the coin valuable, collectors carefully examine such coins to determine whether the appearance is simply toning or connected to an unusual minting characteristic. Let's turn the coin over. The reverse displays the familiar torch in the center, representing liberty, with an olive branch and an oak branch on either side symbolizing peace and strength. Even though this coin is circulated, many of the important design elements can still be identified. Collectors inspect the torch, lettering, rim, and branches for signs of die varieties, strike quality, or mint errors. According to the description, this coin is in circulated condition. Circulated coins have been used in everyday commerce, so some wear is expected. However, collectors know that even circulated coins can become valuable if they possess a rare mint error, an unusual die variety, or another significant characteristic. Now comes the exciting question. Could this 1968D Roosevelt dime really be worth a very large amount of money? The answer depends entirely on the coin's individual characteristics. Most circulated 1968D Roosevelt dimes are common and worth only face value. However, certain examples, with major mint errors, dramatic die varieties, unusual planchet errors, or exceptionally rare features, can attract strong collector interest. The famous 1968 No-S proof dime is one of the best-known rarities from this era, but that is a different coin from a regular 1968D circulation strike. Some online listings may advertise values as high as $107,000, but such prices should not be assumed for an ordinary circulated 1968D dime. Any coin claimed to be worth that much would require authentication, professional grading, and confirmation that it possesses an extremely rare and desirable characteristic. If you own a 1968D Roosevelt dime, examine it carefully using a magnifying glass. Look for doubled letters, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, missing clad layers, unusual toning, or any other mint errors. Also inspect the torch on the reverse because strike quality can influence collector value. Many valuable coins have been discovered in pocket change, bank coin rolls, inherited collections, and old coin jars that had been forgotten for decades. That is why experienced collectors carefully inspect every coin before spending it. Coin collecting is not only about finding valuable coins, it is also about learning history, understanding minting technology, and appreciating the stories behind each piece. Every Roosevelt dime has traveled through countless hands, making each one a small part of American history. What do you think about this 1968D Roosevelt dime? Have you ever found an interesting Roosevelt dime with unusual color, toning, or a mint error? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear about your discoveries. Coin number 4. Hello friends, today we are looking at the final coin in this collection. This is coin number 4, Ampere's 2011 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark. Although millions of these dimes were produced, experienced coin collectors know that every coin deserves a careful inspection because some examples can become valuable due to rare mint errors, outstanding condition, or unusual varieties. Now, let's take a closer look at this interesting coin. This Roosevelt dime was minted in 2011 at the Denver Mint, which is identified by the small D mint mark on the front of the coin near the date. The obverse features the portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a design that has appeared on the dime since 1946. According to this coin's description, it is in extra-fine, circulated condition. This means the coin has been used in circulation but still retains many sharp details. Roosevelt's hair, facial features, and lettering remain clear, while the overall appearance is attractive for a circulated example. Now let's examine the reverse. The reverse displays the famous torch in the center with an olive branch and an oak branch on each side. These symbols represent liberty, peace, and strength. Collectors carefully inspect the reverse for sharp torch bands, unusual strike quality, die cracks, double designs, or other mint errors that may increase collector interest. Many people ask whether a 2011D Roosevelt dime can be worth a significant amount of money. The answer depends entirely on the coin itself. Most 2011D Roosevelt dimes found in circulation are common and worth only face value or a small premium. However, coins with major mint errors, wrong planchets, dramatic off-center strikes, full bands designation, exceptional grades, or other rare characteristics can become much more valuable to collectors. Some online listings may advertise values around $55,000, but that should not be assumed for an ordinary 2011D Roosevelt dime. A coin would need professional authentication and grading, along with an exceptionally rare feature, before it could command such a high price. If you own a 2011D Roosevelt dime, examine it carefully under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. Look for off-center strikes, doubled lettering, clipped planchets, missing clad layers, die cracks, rim cuds, or other unusual mint errors. Even small details can make a big difference when collectors evaluate a coin. Many valuable discoveries have been made in pocket change, coin rolls from banks, inherited collections, and old jars that people saved for years. That is why experienced collectors never spend a coin before taking a close look. Coin collecting is more than searching for valuable coins. It is about learning history, understanding how coins are made, and appreciating the small differences that make certain pieces special. Every Roosevelt dime has its own story, and sometimes an ordinary-looking coin can surprise you. What do you think about this 2011 Roosevelt dime? Have you ever found an interesting Roosevelt dime with a mint error or unusual feature? Share your experience in the comments below. I would love to hear your story. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more rare coin videos, valuable coin discoveries, and exciting error coin reviews. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.